What does the New Testament say about the end times? Have you ever wondered what the New Testament reveals about the end times? This topic is filled with prophetic events and significant teachings that shape the beliefs of many. The New Testament describes the end times as a period leading to the return of Jesus Christ and the final judgment. This narrative unfolds across various books, particularly in the Gospels, the letters of Paul, and the book of Revelation. One of the key aspects of the end times is the series of signs that indicate the conclusion of the current age. These signs include widespread wars, famine, natural disasters like earthquakes, and an increase in lawlessness and persecution. Jesus himself mentions these events in the Gospels, specifically in the books of Matthew and Luke. A central figure during this time is the Antichrist, also referred to as the Beast. This character opposes God and deceives many people. The Antichrist is expected to rise to power during a time of tribulation, setting up the abomination of desolation in a rebuilt temple in Jerusalem. This act is seen as a desecration of a sacred space and signals intensified persecution against believers. The Great Tribulation is another significant event, marked by severe suffering, especially for the Jewish people. This period lasts about 3.5 years and culminates in the return of Christ with heavenly armies to defeat the Antichrist. The concept of the rapture is also present in the New Testament. This event describes the gathering of believers who will be caught up to meet Christ. The timing of the rapture varies among interpretations, with some believing it occurs before the tribulation and others during it. Following these events, there is the Bema judgment, where believers will be assessed for their deeds and rewards. This judgment is distinct from the final judgment of the wicked. The New Testament also speaks about the regathering and revival of Israel, highlighting the restoration of the Jewish people to their land and a spiritual renewal among them. Accompanying these prophetic events are cataclysmic natural phenomena, such as great earthquakes and celestial signs, which symbolize divine intervention and judgment. These prophecies are closely linked to sacred sites, particularly the temple in Jerusalem. The mention of the abomination of desolation implies a rebuilt temple, which holds immense historical and religious significance. This connection has influenced pilgrimage traditions and the architectural focus on the Temple Mount area, a site central to Jewish, Christian, and Islamic faiths. Pilgrimages to Jerusalem and other holy sites often carry eschatological significance. Believers seek to connect with the physical locations tied to these prophecies and the life of Jesus. The anticipation of end times events has historically affected the preservation and restoration of sacred architecture, as these sites are seen as focal points in the unfolding divine plan. Understanding these prophecies encourages pilgrims and visitors to approach sacred sites with awareness of their importance, enriching their spiritual experience. The historical and architectural features of these sites provide tangible connections to the biblical narrative, allowing for a deeper appreciation of the teachings regarding the end times. Preservation efforts of sacred sites often consider their role in these prophecies, ensuring that future generations can engage with these landmarks in the context of both history and faith. The New Testament presents the end times as a sequence of prophetic events involving cosmic disturbances, the rise of the Antichrist, tribulation, and the return of Christ. These events continue to influence pilgrimage practices, historical consciousness, and religious architecture.